The bar fight was getting out of control. Glass breaking, woman screaming. No one could intervene. The old man in the corner stayed calm and took position. The next 30 seconds left everyone speechless. Where did this man's training come from? Before we begin this powerful story of justice, tell us in the comments which city you're watching from, and if you believe stories of silent heroes should be told, hit that subscribe button. Jack Miller was the most regular customer at Murphy's Tavern in downtown Chicago. 52 years old, gray hair cut short, deep lines on his face, hands full of calluses. Every evening at 8 p.m., he'd come, sit at the corner table, drink quietly. For 7 years, he'd maintained the same routine. 2 beers, never more. Never talked to anyone, never bothered anyone. The bar regulars knew him, but didn't really know him. Quiet guy, they'd say. Good man, but very withdrawn. Bar owner Murphy liked him. Never causes trouble, pays his bill, leaves. No one knew Jack's past, where he came from, what work he did, why he came here every night. All mysteries. Was he married? Did he have children? None of it was known. When asked, he'd say, retired. No other explanation. Murphy's Tavern was one of the nostalgic places of old Chicago. Small, intimate, a place where all kinds of people came. Workers, retirees, students, artists. Murphy had been running it for 30 years. He knew his customers, listened to their problems. If fights broke out, he'd intervene, calm things down. But lately, problematic customers had increased, especially a group of 3, Brad, Mike, and Tony. 25 to 30 years old, drinking heavily, harassing women. Murphy had warned them, but they wouldn't listen. We're customers. We have money, they'd say. Jack watched these situations, but didn't interfere. He'd sit in his corner, observing events. November 15th evening, the bar was more crowded than usual. Friday night, everyone had come to unwind. Jack sat at his usual corner table. He was sipping his second beer. At 10:30 p.m., a young woman entered. Sarah, 28 years old, a teacher. She was meeting friends, but they were running late. Sarah sat at a table near the bar, waiting for her friends. The problematic trio noticed her. They'd been drinking heavily, getting aggressive. Brad approached. Hey, beautiful, you alone? I'm waiting for my friends, Sarah said, uncomfortable. Sit with us, it'll be more fun. No, thank you. Brad insisted. Come on, just conversation. I said no. Mike joined in. What's wrong? We're just talking. Please leave me alone. Tony sat at her table. We're not bad guys. Sarah stood up. I'm leaving. Brad grabbed her arm. Where to? We haven't even met. Let go of me. Murphy tried to intervene. Guys, don't bother the lady. Mind your own business, old man, Mike said. Sarah tried to escape, but Brad blocked her way. Just one drink, then you can go. No. Leave me alone. Tony approached from behind, cutting off escape route. Other customers saw the situation, but were afraid to intervene. There were 3 of them. They were strong. Murphy reached for the phone. I'm calling the police. Brad shut the phone. No need for police. Everyone in the bar tensed. The situation was getting out of control. Jack watched everything from his corner. He analyzed the situation. 3 attackers, heavily drunk, not rational. 1 victim, scared, no escape route. Other customers passive, not intervening. Bar owner alone, insufficient. His old training kicked in. Risk assessment, attackers. Brad, leader, most aggressive, using the left hand. Mike, strong but coordination impaired, alcohol. Tony, weakest, follower type. Strategy, neutralize leader, others will scatter. Jack slowly stood up. Before moving, he examined surroundings. Exit doors open. No visible weapons. Civilians at safe distance. Suitable area for intervention. He approached with calm steps. No one noticed him coming. "Gentlemen," he said in a calm voice. The trio turned. They didn't take the old man seriously. "You interfering too, Grandpa," Brad said. "Leave the lady alone." Mike laughed. "Who are you, man?" "I'm telling you one last time. Leave the lady alone." Brad walked toward Jack. "Or what will you do?" Jack didn't answer. He just took position. Feet shoulder-width apart, balanced stance. "Let me tell you something, old man," Brad said, and reached out to push him. Jack's movement took 2 seconds. Caught Brad's wrist. Put him in arm lock. Put him on ground. Harmless but effective. Brad was groaning on the floor. Mike attacked in shock. Jack sidestepped right leg sweep technique. Mike also on ground. Tony tried to run. Jack approached simple immobilization. Tony also under control. All 3 men on ground, none injured but unable to move. Time: 30 seconds. Everyone in the bar was frozen. What had this old man done? "How did that happen?" someone asked. Jack remained calm. "Ma'am, you're safe." Sarah was in shock. "Thank you." "You're welcome." The trio on the ground started coming to. Jack looked at them. "Now you're going to get up, apologize, and leave." Brad was groaning. "Who are you, man?" "Someone." Murphy approached. "Jack, how did you do that?" "Doesn't matter." "These moves aren't normal." "You've had training." Jack didn't answer. "What training?" asked one of the customers. "It's in the past." But now everyone was curious. What was this calm man's story? Sarah approached. "I don't know how to thank you." "No need." "Where did you learn these techniques?" Jack hesitated. "I used to be military." "Which unit?" "Special Forces." The bar went silent. "When?" Murphy asked. 1995 to 2015. 20 years. "What did you do in Special Forces?" Sarah asked. "Close combat instructor." "For 20 years?" "Yes, I trained commandos, special teams. Everyone understood. This man was a professional warrior." "Why did you retire?" someone asked. "Age caught up." "Is this why you come here every night?" "There's loneliness at home. There are people here." The trio on the ground stood up. They'd learned who Jack was. Brad approached. "Commander, we apologize." "Not to me, to the lady." They turned to Sarah. "We apologize, ma'am." "Now leave and never behave like this again." "Yes, sir, Commander." The trio left quietly. From that day on, the bar's perspective changed. Jack was no longer the old man in the corner, but the commander. But he maintained the same humility. "I'm retired now. The past stays in the past." "But you haven't forgotten those techniques," Murphy said. "Some things aren't forgotten." "Good thing you didn't forget." A week later, Sarah came back. She found Jack. "I want to tell you something." "Go ahead." "I'm a teacher. We want to give self-defense training to female students at our school." "What do you mean?" "Would you help us?" Jack thought, "I'm not an instructor anymore." "But you have experience." "This is different. Training civilians is something else. We'll learn." After thinking for a week, Jack accepted. "Okay, but I have conditions." "What are they?" "Only defense. I won't teach attack techniques." "Agreed. And not unnecessary violence, self-protection." "Of course." Jack started going to the school once a week. He taught basic defense techniques to young girls, threat recognition, escape techniques, simple defense moves, psychological preparation. He was very successful. Students loved him. They addressed him as Commander Jack. Jack still came to the same bar. But he no longer sat alone in the corner. People would come sit with him, chat. "Commander, tell us one of your stories," they'd say. "Let the past stay in the past," he'd say. "What matters is now." A year later, Sarah came to the bar again. She found Jack. "Commander, I have good news." "What is it?" "One of the girls you trained was attacked but escaped. She used what you taught her." Jack's eyes filled with tears. "That's very important." "Thanks to you." "No, thanks to her courage." That night, Jack slept peacefully because he understood. The power of the past can be used to protect the future. If you think this story inspired strength in you, tell us your city in the comments, and subscribe to help ensure that stories of heroes like Jack, who serve quietly, continue to be told. Sometimes the greatest power is providing justice quietly.